All right, so you are here to learn how to break free from debt. No matter what, there's no small debt. Yes, there is no small debt. Some people are battling with 500K debt, 1 million K debt, 5 million K debt, while we have people who only have 100K debt on them, 50K debt on them. You may think that, oh man, your own is just 50K, my own is 500K. Get what I'm talking about? The debt is debt. You are seeing it small because probably you are a little bit above the person's level. But to that person, 50K debt is a lot of money. At the time this phone was raining, BlackBerry, some people lost their virginity because of 50,000 naira. Some people lost their virginity because of 100,000 naira. Some people lost their morals. Or maybe a lady into, overwhelmed with some debt. Maybe just 100,000 naira. And somebody says, oh, I'm going to sleep with you. I'll give you 100,000 naira. I'll also dash you one BlackBerry and all that. No, a lot of stories we heard. So there's no small debt. The messenger of Allah usually seek refuge from debt. I hope you get that. But once you have incurred debt, the next thing you should be thinking is, how can I break free from it? How can I break free from debt? Very, very important, because debt, the issue of debt is so terrible, such that you must not even die on debt. You must not die while you are owing people. Some brothers, they take the matters of loans too trivial. You are owing somebody 100,000 or 200,000. Even your wife doesn't know that you are owing. You now die. The imam begins to ask, hope he's not owing anybody. Hope he's not, because you cannot be buried until your debt is paid. Debt is not something. This should be a topic we are supposed to be treating every week. Because debt is like a cult. Once you enter it, to break free from it, you have to pray and pray and pray and pray. You have to learn how to break free from it as well. Because it has a lot of effect on your psychology, effect on your moral, effect on your deen, your righteousness, effect on what your case will be when you die. You die upon debt. And people do not know about it. Your family do not know about it. Once you are buried like that, that is the big trouble. That is the big trouble. The first thing you'll be accountable to is your debt. Can you see that now? Because of that, also Soyan will seek refuge from debt. You will seek refuge from debt. You seek refuge from debt. You get what I'm talking about? When the messenger of Allah, when he was about to migrate secretly from Mecca to Medina, he ensured that all the money people kept with him, he gave each person his right. All the burdens on him, he made sure he paid it. Because it is not excusable. Debts are not excusable. If you die upon debt, you are in trouble. So that is why Islam encouraged that we support our brothers and sisters. When they die on debt, just help them pay it if you have it, with the intention of sadaqah. Because the person cannot be free from it, from the punishment. You can't go scot-free. May Allah elongate our life. will seek a last refuge from overwhelming debt. At the same time, while we are alive, are debts ethical? Is it healthy to have accumulated debts? You begin to run here and there because you no longer have a way to pay it. This is a terrible situation people face that we read in the DM all the time. But what can we do? You cannot have a rich man in your community and he will now begin to call everybody out, saying you should state how much you are owing. I will pay you. No, nobody pays your debt when you are alive. It's your own body, you pay it. It is until it has become a trouble on you. People may now stand up and say, hey, how can we bail him from trouble? How can we bail her from trouble? On the rare cases, people get helped. How about your morals? How about your personality being tarnished just because of a little debt? So before we treat how to break free from debt, there are questions we need to ask ourselves. What are the effects of debt on morals, on psychology, on religion? These effects can be extensive and diverse, but inshallah, let's just look at one or two. The first one is moral stress. Moral stress. Debt can lead to moral stress. Debt can lead to moral dilemmas, causing stress due to the ethical implications of owing money and the sense of obligation to repay. This one is for somebody who owes himself obligated to pay. I'm still coming to those who used to owe. But they owe people and they never feel concerned. Imagine a situation of somebody owing you 100K. He has not paid it. You don't know him from Adam. He came to you to rescue him on a situation and you gave him 100K. You know what I'm talking about? He has not paid it. He said, oh, I'm going to pay it a month after or 2 months after. 2 months later, he did not pay it. 3 months, he didn't pay it. 4 months, he didn't pay it. The 6th month, he still has the guts to come back and say, I want to borrow more money. Somebody you don't know from Adam, you only helped him, probably because of the stories he narrated, probably because of the sympathy, probably because of anything you put in consideration for him, or probably because of brotherhood. So some people that they don't even feel ashamed at all. But we are talking about somebody who owes himself obligated to what? To actually pay back whatever amount he has borrowed. How many of us agree that debt stresses you morally? How many of you agree that debt causes moral stress due to ethical implications of owing money and the sense of obligation to repay? Debt also has psychological impacts. Debt may result in increased anxiety, depression, and the feelings of helplessness. It may affect you mentally. Yes, debt may affect your mental health and your overall well-being. That is debt. That is why I used to say that If you are drinking Gary, okay, you don't have more than Gary to drink. You don't have more than Gary to drink, but you are not in debt. You are not owing somebody anything. The only thing is that you are not eating what you like to eat. You don't know what Allah has done for you. You know what I'm talking about? You are one of the rich people. You may not know. Debt used to cause depression. Debt is one of those things that you don't pray that it happens to your enemy. I hope you know what I'm talking about. Debt can make you, maybe you are somebody that when they say peace be lie, you used to give charity before. But once you have allowed it, you even become somebody people are what? They are gathering charity for. And that is why Allah has warned us in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, don't spread your hand. Don't have your hand squeezed. Oh, you don't give charity. People ask you, you don't give. You spend your money on yourself only. At the same time, Allah says, don't spread your hand too much. If you are the type that you don't control how you spend, you don't have financial discipline, even if you have a business that is booming, wallahi, you don't have financial discipline, the business can run. If you have a business that flourishes, if you don't have financial discipline, the business can perish anytime. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in the Quran that what? If you are somebody that doesn't have financial discipline, you are giving too much, you are spending anyhow, you will now become, soon you will become someone who doesn't have. Soon you have accumulated debt. Soon you will become a beggar. It is Allah that says that, not me. If you are in doubt, go and check Surah Al-Isra, Ayah 29. I hope you get that. You have translated Quran with you. Check it. وَلَا تَجْعَلْ يَدَكَ مَغْلُولَةً إِلَىٰ عُنُقِكَ وَلَا تَبْسُطْهَا كُلَّ الْبَسْطِ وَتَقْعُدَ مَلُومًا مَحْسُورًا. I hope you get what I'm talking about. وَتَقْعُدَ مَلُومًا مَحْسُورًا. That is what will happen. So, if you are the type that you don't have financial discipline, you can run into debt. I hope you get what I'm talking about. So debt is not something that, debt is just a carryover. Anybody can have it. Any student can have carryover. Carryover is not for students who are dull only. Any slight mistake, a first-year student can have carryover for any slight mistake. How to get that? Same thing with debt. And that is why this kind of session is very, very crucial. How to get that? So, and do not make your hand to be shackled to your neck, nor stretch it forth to the utmost limit of its stretching, lest you should afterwards sit down, blamed, and stripped off. That is according to the English translation of Al-Imam Shakir. Yusuf Ali translated it as, make not thy hand tied to your neck, nor stretch it forth to its utmost reach, so that you become blameworthy and destitute. That is what will happen. Some debt, we are still going to treat that. Some debts, most debts happen due to what? Weak or poor financial plan. I'll forget that. So, we live a life of cause and effect. There's no point teaching people how to break free from it when what led to it can be repeated. They can still fall into it. Debt, when you have accumulated debt, it can lead you to shame. Owing debt might induce feelings of guilt or shame, affecting your self-worth and contributing to a negative self-image. You begin to see yourself as somebody who is worthless. Debt can change your behavior. It may lead to changes in behavior, such as avoiding social interaction or withdrawing from your community due to financial pressures. Debt can make you kill. You can kill yourself or kill somebody else. Not too long we heard of issues of a girl who her mother gave her some amount of money, I think around 500,000 or so, and she spent it. When the mom needed the money, she went to borrow the money from all those websites that used to borrow people money. All those loan apps, stupid. Those people, I'm not going to talk about them. If you are the type that used to borrow money from those people, I doubt you can make it. And they too, I don't know, those people are not sanctioned, though. Government doesn't support it all. Government doesn't support it all. They would pressure you to borrow money you don't even have plan to borrow. They will persuade you to come and borrow money. When you've now fallen that kind of trap, you now start persuading your life to pay back. And they don't care to tarnish your image. Some words, most of the words they use are what make people lose temper, lose control of themselves, and even commit suicide. This guy ended up committing suicide. Those loan apps, if you borrow money, you don't pay back. They cannot take you to court because they are not sanctioned. They are not supposed to be operating. They are criminals. So, but if you don't know, and they start pressuring you, in some cases, They may even use social media to, to spoil your image and all that. If you don't pay them back, no Nigerian government like this, cannot hold you for it. They are very, very stupid. I can't count the number of times you come you can borrow so amount of money, and now you can borrow 1 million naira for what? Are you mad? So we have seen cases like this, debt leading people to suicide. That is why there's no small debt. There's no small debt. Because this is something that has to do, it connects back to your psychology and your well-being, your emotion. You are not able to control it. And like that girl, she's not even communicating to her mom. I'll spend the money, this and that. I even borrow money from so platform. And now they are terrorizing me and all that. She took her life. Now, when you take your life now, how will you meet Allah? Hey, wahala. From frying pan to fire. May God save us from that. Debt will make you lose relationship. It is in Nigeria, you borrow somebody money. You borrow your friend money, you will not only lose the money, you lose the friendship. Wahala. You borrow your blood brother or your blood sister, or your uncle or your auntie, or your cousin, your nephew, whatever. You borrow them money, you lose the relationship and still lose the money. So debt can strain relationships, causing conflicts or breakdowns in personal and family relationships due to financial stress. I hope you get that. So that is why we need to handle it on time. You need to handle it on time. So what needs most people to debt? I will mention that too. We need to quickly mention that some debts are for far. People cause it themselves. You cause it yourself. Yeah, that girl now is a for. And she not only use her morals, she not only use her integrity, she also lost her life. So the first problem, the first factor why people run into debt is poor financial management. Poor financial management. This one, a lot of people, see, if you are a Muslim here, you need to pay attention to what I'm talking about. I'm not only a business coach. I'm not only a financial coach. I'm also an ustaz to many of you. So you need to pay attention. The issue of money, the Quran has finalized it, has explained it, and did not leave any issue ambiguous to us. The Quran did not leave any money issue untreated. If you don't know it, you did not study the Quran. And you will now fall among those people that allows the messenger of Allah said, Inna qawmi takhadhu hadha al-Qur'ana mahjura. My people, they've avoided the Quran. They've boycotted the Quran. Yes, many people, they've boycotted the Quran. Inna qawmi ittakhadhu hadha al-Qur'ana mahjura. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran again, he said, Afala yatadabbaruna al-Quran am ala qulubin aqfaluha. Don't they reason the Quran? Are their minds dirty? Are there blocks in their mind? Is there a kind of padlock that has been used to lock up their mind? Afala yatadabbaruna al-Quran am ala qulubin aqfaluha. Financial management, the Quran has settled it. Look at that ayah I recited to you. Go and brainstorm on that ayah, Quran 17, ayah 29. وَلَا تَجْعَلْ يَدَكَ مَغْلُولَةً إِلَىٰ عُنُقِكَ. Don't have your hand squeezed tight to your neck that, oh, you don't give charity, you don't spend, you don't do anything. You don't spend in the cause of Allah, you don't give charity. At the same time, why the Quran encourages charity, the Quran is also telling you that wise up. Don't be a mumu. Don't be spending like mumu. The Quran says, "Wala tebusutuha kulla basta." Don't be spending like mumu. Because if you do so, you become blameworthy. You will blame yourself, people will blame you. Mahsura, you will now run into debt. You borrow money here and there. Can you see? The Quran is all encompassing. But today we only have Muslims. They don't reason the Quran. They don't even know that this ayah exists. They have so many excuses. I did not understand Arabic. I'm not an ustaz. A book and its recitation sent to you to deliver you from the darkness of ignorance. And you say you don't understand, you are not studying it because you don't understand Arabic. What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life? Why do we have translated Quran? How many times have you now carried the translated Quran and let me read this, or I want to understand the word of my Lord, or you did not do that. It's to be on TikTok, doing mumu things on TikTok too. Dancing in front of the camera. It's so clear. If you don't have financial plan, you don't have financial management, you will run into debt. This is the Yoruba translation. Àti pé kí o má ṣe di ọwọ́ rẹ mọ́ ọrùn àti kí o má sì tẹ̀ sílẹ̀. Títẹ̀ sílẹ̀ pátápátá. This is Hausa translation again. You have so many translations available for you, but you don't do that. So financial management is one of the biggest factors, and that is why I say that. See, if you are poor, you are poor. If you are rich, you are rich. Collect money from a rich man, seize all his money. Collect all his money, snatch all the money in his account. He is still rich. Give a poor man all the money in Nigeria, he is still poor. That is the problem. He is still poor. That is why, if you really want to help a poor man, don't give him money. Give him knowledge. Teach him money. Give him financial education. The only thing a poor man needs is to give him food. Give a poor man food. Buy clothes for him, but don't give him money to go and establish business. You will waste it. How to get that? That is why investors cannot. You see, if you like, go and master, go and learn how to write a business plan from the best business plan coach in the world. If you are not in the caliber of rich people, you barely get money from rich people to start up your business. Nobody will give you that money. Because investors want to be sure that they are putting their money in the right place. That's what I'm talking about. So if you like, use all the Oyinbo to present it to them. The question is, how can you manage it? What are your success track? What have you done before? Can we even trust you with our money? Who are you in the first place? What's your credibility? All those questions you need to answer them, and that is why people write business plan, business proposal, and all that. You don't get financial support. And we cannot blame them, because it is even in the Quran that the Quran said they should not give you money. The Quran says that don't give a poor man money, or he will mismanage it. A poor man is not only poor because he doesn't have money in his account. A poor man is poor because he doesn't even understand money in the first place. He cannot manage it. He will waste it. Mismanagement. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah An-Nisa, He said, "Wala tusufaha amwalakum." Don't give the weak-minded people your wealth. Don't give them your wealth. Don't give them your money. Allah now wants to divine it. Allati ja'ala Allahu lakum qiyama. Money is opomulero. Money is a strength. It's a source of power. Allah now grant you money. You're just distributing it anyhow. You cannot see a rich man just spending money anyhow. Yeah, you take 1 million, go and start up your business. That is why that your rich uncle cannot just give you money anyhow. The only money he can give you is the one you use to eat, because that is what the Quran says. It's not, don't blame him. Go back to the Quran and see what Allah is saying. So when Allah says rich people should not give poor people money, the money that Allah has granted them, so it should be so that it be means of sustenance for them. He now says something after that. He said, "Waqzuhum fiha." But you can buy them clothes. Waqzuhum. You can give them food, give them drink, give them, okay, she needs, give that, her pay, maybe she wants to buy school bag for her daughter. But they will not give you the kind of money that you really want. Why? You will mismanage it. Most people, it's not as if the money you're even collecting as salary is not huge. The money mismanagement. We have people collecting 200k as salary now, 300k as salary, and you still see them moving from paycheck to paycheck. I hope you get that. From paycheck to paycheck. So money mismanagement is a huge problem, and only you can solve it. Schools will not solve that for you. Yes, of course, unexpected expenses can lead you to debt. I hope you get that. Can lead you to debt. People run into debt due to job loss and reduced income. Sudden loss of employment or a decrease in income can make it challenging to meet financial obligations, resulting in debt. Yes, resulting in debt accumulation. Agreed. High cost of living can make people run into debt. That is why I used to say something. Some people, have issues with poor people. Me, I'll continue telling you the truth, whether you like it or not, whether it pains you or not. It should even pain you. That is what I want. Because if it doesn't pain you, it doesn't bring the result I want from you. I hope you get that. Me, I'll be saying it. I was saying in a session today, I was telling them one big fact. They were saying, I disagree. That is why you are poor, because you are free to disagree. The fact that the problem I want to solve is in you, that is why you are not getting results. What you are doing is not solving the problem. Somebody is telling you something, you say you disagree. Voila. Yeah. So, quality life is what you should chase. Not, they should say, I'm a landlord. Some people, the salary they are collecting, it's not enough for them to say, I want to go and build a house. But they see being a tenant as a shame. And that is why they run into shame. There are some people, shout out that you are part of them. The whole of the year, their years in service. It is debt they are paying. You will see a level 17 officer, maybe 300k as salary. By the time the salary enters the account, maybe it is 10k that will enter in a month. another month 7K, another month maybe 12,000, because they already have accumulated debts. Instead of you to chase quality life, you are chasing what people will say. So they should say that you are a landlord. You don't want people to call you a tenant. I mean, what kind of mindset is that? Who pays you to be a landlord? Is there any glory in being a landlord? If you are at the level, if you are reached to the level of being a landlord, halas, mashallah for you. If you are not reached to that level, chase quality life, not titles. Landlord doesn't change your financial status. Being a tenant doesn't mean you cannot be a millionaire. You can be a millionaire and still be a tenant. If that is what works for you at that stage, at your stage of building, at your stage of momentum, there's nothing wrong in being a tenant. So for some people, it is just high cost of living, and they want to live to some standard that financially you are not up to that standard. They just want to put themselves in a standard. They now build a house. The house is poverty. They run it with poverty mindset. A landlord trekking up and down to go back to Jeton. So some people that are even tenants, they rent what is more than their financial capability. I say something, write it down. I don't say you should agree, but write it down. Your house rent, the amount you pay for rent in a year must not exceed your income for 2 months. If it does, there's no how you will not incur debt. Your income for 2 months, your house rent must not be more than that. So if you paying rent now, let's say 500K, let's say 700K in a month now, 700K per year. That 700K you cannot raise if you cannot raise it in 2 months, or you have a salary job that cannot pay you that 700K in 2 months. There's no point getting a house of 700K. That is why you see people, when they want to pay rent like this, they'll still go and collect loan. See, but mama, you live again. Get what I'm talking about? You are free to disagree, but that means that the problem is in you. Student loans. Some parents, they are not supposed to sponsor their students to university at all, because it is not of their capability. They will now go and get loans. With this mindset, they get loans with poverty mindset to sponsor poor students to the university. These poor students, instead of them to be pursuing connections, they will be pursuing high grades. By the time they graduate, the high grade will be so useless for them. So when you graduate and your parents want you to be their savior, but you are still part of the problem. You cannot even help yourself, not to talk of helping your parents. Student loans are why some parents are overwhelmed by debt. There's this common saying like, private school, must he go to private school? Must your children attend private school? They attend private school. You get loans for them to attend private secondary school, private primary school, private secondary school. Still, you still get loan for them to attend private university. Ojo lai enter yo. By the time, hey, by the time these children are graduates, hey, you will fight each other. Because it will be far from your expectation. Very, very far. I know lecturers that, okay, lecturers, you are a lecturer, your salary is not even up to 200K. And you say, don, your child must attend private secondary school. The school fees in a year is almost 200K. This one, I know this one I'm talking about. It means that your 1 month salary cannot even pay the school fees of just one of your children. Now tell me, why wouldn't this kind of person be moving from paycheck to paycheck? You are training your children with poverty mindset. These children, they inherit that mindset from you. By the time they graduate, they will want to settle their money problem first before they even have time for you. So that is why most parents, they end up, sponsoring their children till their own death time. And these are the people who will say, you cannot jam one more. If you want to jam one more, wise up. Wise up. Know your limits. Go send them to private, public institution. What they will be. A poor child, children from poor family, even if you send them to private institution, they'll still be poor. Because of the mindset. You get what I'm talking about? Some of you understand what I'm talking about. Sometimes divorce and family obligations lead to debt. Divorce and family obligations. Some of you see, I was saying something in the evening. A problem you did not start, you cannot finish it. The money you are earning, yes, is good. Maybe you are earning 200K. But you cannot be using this money to cater for the emergencies happening in your family. You will ruin your life. Okay. You will ruin because you did not start the problem. You cannot end it. Okay. You cannot end it. And if you are not there, they will still solve that problem. So some people, they are actually collecting huge salary as a young graduate. 200K as their monthly salary, 150K. But my brother, my uncle, my this, my that, my cousin, and all that, before you know, salary is gone. And you want to build a home, you want to settle down. You are even now living in Lagos or you are living in Abuja. There's a very high chance that all the money you will be making, it is that city that will be collecting it back from you. So people will say that, that is the truth. In most cases, that is the truth. The standard of living is high, yes, in Lagos. Most part of Lagos State, the standard of living is high. No financial plan. Too much of family obligations you need to cater for. These are why people run into debt. Addiction and gambling. In fact, if you are addicted to gambling, then you are a mumu. We don't need to talk about you because your problem is complicated. Now, then you need money. You need money to settle the debt. I treated one issue. It's very, very related to what we are going to do today. I treated one issue today. Why do we need money? All of us need money. You get Dangote needs money. Nigeria needs money. Tinubu needs money. You know what I'm talking about? All the richest people in Nigeria, they still need money. You need money, I need money. But our need for money is not the same. There are just two needs for money. Two needs for money. There are two reasons you need the money. The one you are battling with is just one of the two. It cannot be the two at the same time. It's not possible. It cannot be the two at the same time. So this is the time of conversion now. Why do you need money? So it could be that you need money because you want to take care of your basic needs and there's no cash flow. Money is not coming in, so you need it. For most people here, you need cash flow. Money is not coming in. You cannot predict how much will enter your account in a day. Okay, today now you wake up and say, at least 50K will enter my account. And that is why I used to call you a starter. If you are in that situation, you are a starter. And that's that is the worst situation you can ever be. To break free from that stage and move to the next level is a very severe battle. Anytime you are in the stage that you need money to take care of your basic needs, and you cannot predict where the money will come from. That is why people think of, let me get a loan. So when people get a loan, how do they pay back? They still don't have a predictable way to pay back. And that is why it is a very terrible thing to borrow poor man money. They will not pay back. They can tell you, I'll pay back next month. When that next month comes, they will not pay because they are telling you, I'll pay back on the basis of hope. Hope nothing so on. And even when the money they think of, when the money gets to them, they prefer to use it to eat than to use it to pay back the debt. So I say that the first step to pay back your debt is to have the mind to pay. And you must put it at the back of your mind that you must not die on debt. You'll be punished for it. You die on debt. You'll be punished for it. But it's somebody's right. Allah doesn't want you to sit down on somebody's right. Doesn't like it. He can forgive you a sin you commit towards him, or you commit against him, rather. You get what I'm talking about? So, but the right of a human being like you that you did not pay before you die, you pay it, so you pay it. Punishment will pay. The angels, they will punish you for it. May Allah save us from such punishment. So you have to, the first way to break free from there is to have the mind to pay back. Because they are ashamed of debt, and you must avoid even collecting loans. I do say that to pay back debt is not the problem. But once you are debt addicted, you are into trouble. Some people, anything they want to borrow loan. And that starts from even borrowing money from MTN, from Airtel. Most people here, if you are not guilty of it, let me know. A lot of people, once their data finish like this, until your data, they borrow data from MTN, borrow data from 9Mobile, borrow airtime. And you see somebody who borrow 10,000 naira airtime and will go and break the SIM because he doesn't want to pay back. You break your SIM because you don't want to pay back. Control yourself from falling into debt. I used to say that there are several intoxicants and there are several addictions. Gambling is an addiction. Loan is an addiction. Once you're addicted to it, you always want to get it. Some people have the luck that once they need some loan, they know they will get it. Because of that, they become addicted to it. There are some people that even when they need a loan, nobody to borrow them. They don't know that thing is a blessing. See, when you need loan, you don't see people to borrow you, wallah, you are blessed. Wallah, you are blessed. It's like somebody who is in an environment that doesn't support fornications. You don't know you are blessed. Because if you find yourself in an environment that supports it, that you will not fall into it, wallah, it's one chance, so you can fall into it if the environment supports it. Same thing with debt. If you are the type that you don't have people to borrow you, even when you need to borrow, voila, you are blessed. Because if you have people who can always lend you money, you will become addicted to it and you will not be able to break free from it. Addiction, getting loan is an addiction. It's an addiction, it's an intoxicant. You know what I'm talking about? So, and you have to have the mind to pay back. It's not easy to, one of those things that are not easy in this life is to pay back loans. Somebody I've seen, this one is not even they said, it's not they said. I've seen people collect phone on easy pay and they never pay back. So one of my neighbors one time, not recently, called me and said, okay, he gave birth at that time, and I understand. Like what we mentioned before, health issue arrived. So the little baby developed so many health issues. Well, you cannot believe it. A newborn baby having heart problem. The heart was beating too fast. So they spent a lot of money. You know what I'm talking about? So, I used to say that some people are blessed. They are blessed with supportive family and all that. So within themselves, within the family, they were able to handle that. Yes, he got some loans too. He now called me that I should come and borrow him money. Okay. I now heard him from the conversation at that spot that even this phone that he's using, and I knew when he got the phone. So it wasn't longer than a month to the time the crisis happened. So he said, now that he will not pay back the money. Voila. He said he's not going to pay back the money. I was like, so you have this kind of mind that you will not pay back the money, a phone you got on easy pay. So if I give you money now, if I lend you money now, that's how you even say it in your room that, oh, I will not pay back. Till after we leave this house, I will not pay him back. So when he requested for it again, I gave him so many excuses why I can't give him. I have a close budget and all that, I cannot borrow criminal money. Doesn't make sense. And they say there's no prison for a debtor. So you just keep begging him to pay you back. So imagine that kind of mindset. So your avoid collecting loans. I used to tell people that unless there's a strike, like maybe a critical health situation now, or a fatal accident, you should not near loans. Many reasons people collect loans, they are avoidable. They are avoidable. If you tell me now that, okay, you are collecting loans because of your child is in one private secondary school, to me, it doesn't make sense. Why should he go to private secondary school? Why not public? You are putting yourself into trouble. You can die at any time and the children will still live their life. If you die at any time like this, they will drop out. All the money you spend on them is of waste. So why are you putting yourself into trouble? Why are you putting yourself into trouble? We attended public schools. Many of the people who are controlling Nigeria today, they attended public schools. What are you talking about? So you can avoid it, please. If you can avoid the loan, avoid it. But when it happens, so your need for money can be that you don't have cash flow. Anybody that doesn't have cash flow can run into debt at any time. cash flow. If you are a salary earner, you don't have cash flow, I'm sorry. If you only rely on salary, there's no cash flow. That is why most salary earners, they are debtors. And that is the main reason I said that you need to find an online hustle. Salary is not enough. But you don't like to hear it. It will be as if we say we should change your religion. Wait, if you are making money, are you making it for me? Hey. If you are making money, there's one mumu person like that. She was firing me on this same issue. I was like, if you are making money now, if you start an online hustle now, you are making money, are you making it for me? Do you have anything to share with you? So me telling you that you being a full-time teacher is not enough and it's not good. Is it for my own benefit or for your own benefit? Must you slap me because of that? Must you point fingers in my eye because of that? I'm only an helper. I'm trying to open your eyes to bigger opportunities. I said, don't remain in the cage you are. And you said I'm stupid. You said I'm foolish. You said I'm discouraging people from teaching job. See, Mumu. As if she starts making the money today, I will share from it. As if I said, start making that money and send it to my account. Salary is not enough. Now, the economy is now becoming worse now. You are shouting up and down. Why won't you run into debt? So when you run into it, you are the one that should come and cater for your debt. We cannot cater for your debt. You get what I'm talking about? You will bear it alone. Because when we said, even, hey, voila. Do you know that even if you are an online coach, you are doing something online, you must not have one stream of income. You cannot be creating courses alone and say you are making money online. Courses alone are not enough to break free from financial crisis. Because how much hours do you have to create course? So if you create this course now, you spend 1 month or 2 months to create a course and convert them. After converting them for the next 3 weeks, well, that period, it means that money will not come in. Money will not enter your account for the period you are not creating the course. You are still on the verge of what? Poverty. Any little financial crisis like this can destabilize you. I tell my students in the private mentorship, at the time they have broken free from issue of building audience, the next thing you need to do is to build momentum. You need to create streams of income. I was with Sister Basil Olaji. We're discussing some things on how to diversify our income streams. This is what I do for my private students. No, this one is not a public thing actually, because most people don't even like to be helped. I do this for my mentees. Get what I'm talking about? She's on the session with us. So this one is not, I'm telling you what's happening in the real life. Creating courses alone cannot set you free from poverty. That is why I see people who started 2020 and all that. They were creating courses, making money. They did not learn about money. They did not create streams of income. Crisis happened and what? Sent them back. For most people, they will disappear like that. They will never appear again. You get what I'm talking about? So if cash flow is your problem, that one is the biggest problem. Another need for money is that it's not as if you don't have money. The money is with you. But you want the money with you to appreciate. Maybe now you have 50 million in your account. Please don't be, I beg you, I'm sorry. If the money I will be calling now, I'll be pronouncing now, it's making you feel bad. You don't need to feel bad. Just pray that you get to a stage where you'll be having that kind of money. Okay. Let's say you have 15 million in your account now. So as somebody who is financially intelligent, you would work on appreciating that money. You get on I'm talking about. You work on making that money appreciate. So it may be that you want to buy a piece of land. So what you will be doing with money, your need for money is to put money somewhere so that the money can appreciate. So poor people spend money, rich people will put our money somewhere so that the money can appreciate. So your need for money may be because of cash flow. The second one is capital appreciation. A rich man will buy a property, buy a piece of land, buy acre of land or whatever, just for his money to appreciate over a period of time. The need is not the same. Your uncle in your family who is rich, you may tell him that I need I just finished my university, I need money to start my business. Please, if you can help me. He may tell you that he doesn't have it. And tomorrow, you may hear that he has bought. Tomorrow, you may hear that he has bought maybe 2 pieces of land somewhere. And you'll be like, my uncle that says he doesn't have money. And should he give you the money? He also needs money. That is why he bought the land. You need money. You need money. He's not going to give you the money you're supposed to appreciate. So why is Dangote building refinery? Why is Dangote establishing companies and all that? Industries? Because he wants his money to multiply. Your need for money may be because you struggle to have it, or you want to multiply it. It is either one of the two. You get what I'm talking about? So if there is no cash flow, there is no how you will not fall into debt. You are playing at the what? At the boundary of debt. Any little thing like this can make you fall into it. Any little crisis like this. So if your own is that there's no cash flow, and that's why you fall into debt, how will you go out of it? Let's discuss it. How will you go out of it? Yes, in reality, nobody is ready to give you money. If the case is a terrible one, maybe it involves somebody, using policemen to follow you up and down and all that, embarrassing you here and there. Your family members can stand up and say, oh, let's contribute money. Or the people in your religious society can come together and say, let's contribute money. Let's contribute money for him. So if the case is not severe, you'll be the one battling with it. But remember that the problem is cash flow. Wallahi, the problem is cash flow. So if you have a source of income, then it is fixed. You have a source of income, it is fixed, maybe salary now. Then you need to create extra sources of income. Most people don't think it ahead. They don't think it ahead. And when they fall into debt, they still use loan to pay debt. In an issue like this, you have to solve the problem from grassroots. Look at the foundation of the problem. Oh, 500,000 debts. What is the problem? Cash flow. There's no cash flow. Okay, I'll settle it. But how are you going to settle it? You have to create an extra source of income. It might be that, okay, maybe your salary is 200K. You look for somebody who wants to start up a business or who has an established business already. So, okay, you take out money and you already agree that this will be the percentage you are going to get over a specific period of time. Because your problem is cash flow, I'll give you several things you can do. It's a cash flow problem, actually. It may be that you yourself will start up a business, a physical business or online business. Because if you don't create cash flow, you'll be using loan to pay debt. Yoruba will say, yes, it's poverty mindset. You use loan to pay debt. You have to create source of income for yourself. So it may be through establishing a business. Today, I used to say that you don't know what you don't know, and that is why you have problem. There are businesses that even if you start with 50,000 naira, right, will make million for you, but you don't know it. Do you know it? You don't know it. There are businesses that if you start with 100,000 or 200,000 naira, but do you know them? You don't know them. You get what I'm talking about? You don't know them. You have to create cash flow. I will tell you now, cash flow is the problem. And there are different ways you can do it. How many of you know that? How many of you are into importation here? Importation business is a gold mine. Most especially when you have the information about the real thing, real product you can easily profit from. And I tell people that jewelries are one of those things that you can invest in. There is money in jewelries, even without importing it yourself. Even without importing it yourself. And you don't need much capital to start it. One thing you have to, once you have small amount of capital to put into a business, you need to understand how to handle pressure too. Because most people who have an extra income source, they still find it difficult to handle the financial problem because they don't know how to handle pressure. For somebody like me, when I give out money to you, you come for loan and I lend you. Say I lend you 500,000 now. If you know that you cannot pay it in the next 6 months, just tell me. Or you can't pay it in the next 3 months, say for instance, and you know that, okay, I want to put my money in a business, and for this money, for the business to yield the money, and it is through the money the business yields, I'm going to pay the debt. And you know that it is after 6 months. You are supposed to tell me it is after 6 months. You are supposed to tell me it is after 6 months you are going to pay back. But you tell me it is 3 months. I will start disturbing you after that 3 months. And once it is 3 months you did not pay, 4th month you did not pay, I will see you as somebody who is not trustworthy, even when you pay back later. You are not trustworthy. So most people cannot handle pressure. They can't handle pressure. So at the end of the day, they'll start the whole show. Any business you will put your money in, you will give it time. You give the business time. Yes. I have seen it over time. Jewelries is a lucrative business. Yes. How many of you have tried to sell it before? Very lucrative, but you need 2 things to make it work for you. Number 1, patience. an ability to handle pressure. Number 2 is that you need to give it time too. You need to give it time. Because when you put your money in there now, let's say for instance now you put 100K now into you starting small. Yes, of course you have to start your business small and dream big. So you start small, 100K, and this 100K, let's say it yields 150K for you, or it yields 200K for you. Invariably, the debt you want to pay is still 500. So you need to give it time. You need to give it time. You need to give it time. Now you have done the right thing by creating cash flow for yourself. But you need to give it some time. I hope you get that. In a few minutes, I will give Sister Basiro Raji the ground to tell you something. How was she able to break free from her own debt? It is through this one, I'm telling you. By creating cash flow first. Many times you say, keep the pressure. There is no prison for a debtor. So don't put yourself in any pressure. No matter, the pressure cannot remove money from an empty account. That's what I'm talking about. My pressure at all. You just do the needful. Voila, everything will settle. It may be that you don't have any salary work. Self-employed. That one is the worst. That one is the worst. You are self-employed. Now you are into debt. What you still need is cash flow. Voila, it's cash flow. It's cash flow. So in that situation now, you need to create cash flow, stream of income. And I'm telling you for free that you can do it online. But you may need a mentor to do it. You may need to have access the right information to it, but you can do it online. There is abundance of money on social media. There's abundance of money on social media. The money that takes your parents 9 years to make, you can make it in 9 days on social media. I'm telling you for free, as a coach and mentor, who has trained people who make millions on this space. I'm just giving you for free. Don't pay for the information. But the problem is that there's still another problem there. Some of you don't even have the right thing to do to make money for yourself on social media so that you can pay your bill, but you are not able to handle pressure. Because of the pressure, you jump away from what you are doing, and you are never able to pay that debt again. Do you get that? So you need to be patient, and you need to be able to handle pressure and continue doing that thing you're doing to make money for you. On social media, you can pay debt easily. You get what I'm talking about? Most especially if you are the type that you have a valuable knowledge people can get from you. Just don't put yourself in prayer. In fact, I may recommend that you reason with somebody, the person who you are owing. Now, sorry, I've given you so many dates and it failed. I apologize for looking bad, or appearing you look bad, even when I know that you actually wanted to help me. You actually wanted to help me by giving me the loan, but now I'm making you look bad. So I beg you to give me a space of 3 months, a space of 4 months. I'll pay this debt. I'll pay this. I have embarked on social project, and I believe, not I hope. Well, rich people, they don't like hearing hope because hope is not a strategy. So if you tell me you hope you pay back in 3 months, I cannot even borrow you that money in the first place. You hope. No, you cannot hope. There must be a working strategy to pull out the money. And that's time you are stating. So then you focus on what you're doing. But pressure, It's why most people are not able to do it. So I say that if you have a valuable knowledge, you have a valuable skill, how much are you owing? 500K. What does it take you to make 500K? If you have an offer of 5,000 naira, you only need to sell it to 100 people to make 500K. If you have an offer of 10,000 naira, you only need to sell it to 25 people. Is it 25? 500K. To 50 people to make 500K. Getting what I'm talking about? These are money we make in 2 days, in 1 day. You need 50 people, 10K offer, 50 people to make it, to make that 500K. Getting what I'm talking about? But you must be able to handle pressure. Because when you are on pressure, you cannot think right. When you are on pressure, all the strategies that you are supposed to use, you'll not be able to use them. You get what I'm talking about? And you'll be able to make it, yes, from social media. Most especially if you are now the type of person that, okay, maybe on Facebook now you have 5,000 friends, you have 3,000 friends. The money, that debt you want to pay, you can pay it back to them. But for most of us, we'll lose focus because of pressure. We lose focus and then you start doing. This one is a reality. I see it happening even to people who come into HIC. You want to pay your debts, calm down. Create a channel that brings the money and exercise patience. Pressure will not remove money from an empty pocket, an empty account. It's not possible. If you are into debt and you've created a channel for yourself, you may need an accountability partner. You'll be accountable to. The person will watch after you. So, come on, calm down, don't worry, calm down. Calm down. It may be that all you need to do is to fill up one WhatsApp group. Yes, for most of you, I'm saying most because I know. I've handled this over time. For most of you, all you need to do to pay your debt is just to fill up one WhatsApp group. One WhatsApp group holds 1,024 people. 1,024 people. There's no how you will not convert at least 1%. What am I even talking about? There's no how you will not convert 5% of them. If you have 1,000 people on your group, 1,000 people, the limit you can make, the lowest amount of money you can make from 1,000 people on a group is 300K. 1,000, write it down. I'm the one telling you for free. If you have 1,000 people on your group, the lowest you can make is 300. And that is if you rush them, you are in a rush to sell the offer for, let's say you're selling the offer for 2 weeks. If you sell the offer for 1 month, you will make more than 500K. But can you handle the pressure? Can you handle the pressure and exercise patience to fill up that group and have 1,000 people on your group? Can you handle the pressure and exercise patience to make sure that people pay you? You give people 30 days to pay so that you can realize 500K, at least 500K. Many a times when you see 250 people on my group or 300 people on my group, I used to make more than 300K even with 300 people on my group. Do you get that? 300 people on my group, I will make more than 300K. Do you get that? The people on high ticket affiliate marketing mentorship, they are not, I don't think they're even up to 300. You get what I'm talking about? But look at the number of people who have paid. But can you handle the pressure? And now the next one now is that, do you have the knowledge it takes? Because it's a mind war, it's a mind battle actually. It's a mind battle. When you have 1,000 people on your group, people come to your group to pay you. That is a big fact. When you put people on the group and they agree to join the group, it's not as if you force them to join. They join the group willingly. They join because they want to pay you money. But can you handle the pressure? For some of you, if you now tell them pay in 2 days, you want to see like 50 people to have paid you in 2 days. It's a lie. It cannot happen for you like that unless you are a celebrity authority like me. Or you are a celebrity authority like Coach Basil or Raji. That is when you can say, start paying, and you see, within a few hours, 50 people have paid. Get what I'm talking about? So, but if you give it 30 days, you will make more than 500K and you pay your debt. And these people, what you are giving them, they'll still tell you thank you. Because they are collecting values from you, they'll still tell you thank you. You get what I'm talking about? These are things we've practiced. I've not only done that for myself. See me, I don't collect loans. So if you know people who know me, there's no history of loan in my own life. I told you for 6 months. 6 months, when I quitted my teaching job, 6 months, I cannot take out 15 naira from my own pocket. But I did not near loan. And I used to avoid it like hell because I have learned it long time ago that it is addictive. So many a times I used to tie something in my stomach so that I can feel heavy a little. Voila. See, poverty has shown me shege. Voila. Poverty showed me shege. So, alhamdulillah, that we are now in the position now to rescue other people. I'll tie something in my stomach so that I can have strength. But I did not near loan. I ate loan. In fact, there was a time when I was now getting myself back in 2019. So I already have cash flow. I cannot go to work and not come back with money. Sometimes I may go to work and come back with 50K that day. But I needed to buy a machine. The money in my hand that day cannot settle it. So I called one of my friends and a student to me as well. So I confided in him. I said, okay, I'll pay this money so day next week. Can you see? Very, very short. And I paid. You get what I'm talking about? Because once I have debt on me, I cannot sleep. That's my whole problem. So that was the time I can tell you that, oh yes, I got money from someone. That's what I'm talking about. And that was my close friend and my student as well. It's a close friend, it's a student. Do you get that? So I got the money because there was cash flow already. But I needed to get the machine on a urgent, on an urgent case. You get what I'm talking about? So I don't like loans, but I have sat down to write the strategy to overcome it. You get what I'm talking about? Sister Basil, are you there? Sister Basil, are you there? Somebody is asking a question. Sorry, you need to talk to my audience a little about how you were able to overcome debts. I'll give you the mic. I'm coming. Let me answer this question, please. What of people like me that have not started doing anything online? Let's see. Ọjọ́ kan ni game mojú náà. It is one day the firewood will no fire. You get what I'm talking about? Sometimes you don't have anything to do with online listening. It is that problem you have, that financial issue you have that will push you to do it. I used to say that most of the thing that will get you results is from the place of discomfort, not comfort. It's not comfort that will make you say that I want to start online marketing. In most cases, it will not work. If you want to sell from the place of comfort, it will not work. Most people sell from the place of pain as a starter, from the place of pain. Do you get what I'm talking about? When I was starting out, I was selling from the place of pain. And no, I need to end poverty in my life. You get what I'm talking about? From the place of pain. It was when I now gained momentum. I'm now selling from the place of what? Abundance. Do you get that? I'm not selling now from the place of abundance. Do you get what I'm talking about? This time now, I can crash my course at any time. I can say, yeah, now everybody pay 1,000 naira, everybody pay 2,000 naira. Because I'm actually selling from the place of abundance. It doesn't matter to me how much you are paying me now. What matters to me is how much life I'm touching. But when I was starting out, I started with high ticket actually. And I used to say that is the right thing to do. Start with high ticket so that you can be able to pay your bill on time. So if I thought you will be starting with low or medium tickets, it should be around 5,000 naira. Okay. Or worst come to worst, 2005. Get what I'm talking about? So that was how I started. Get what I'm talking about? That was how I started. I started with high tickets so that I could settle my life because Saka did mean so many things. Did mean strong things. So you are not going to sell from the place of comfort. Everybody started selling at the starter. So you get what I'm talking about? Don't allow poverty to become a generational curse. End it in your life. Say, I want to end it in my life. You see, there are many things you don't know. What you don't know. You don't know what you don't know, and that's why you're not moving forward. I'm talking about poor people, you motivate them to start an online hustle. You still motivate them. You motivate them to generate traffic. You motivate them to sell. They focus. If you are in that situation, I cannot help you. If you are in that situation, I cannot help you. You get what I'm talking about? Because I used to believe that poverty poverty is enough motivation. Let me tell you my story. When I ended my teaching job in 2018, I traveled from Lagos to Osun State. Okay. So from October ending, I ended December. I ended my teaching job in December. Okay. December. So from January 1st, January, February, March, April, May, so around June, I cannot produce money myself. If I want to buy toothpaste, I'll collect it from my brother. So, get what I'm talking about? But skills are there. Skills are there. I ran into big problem that time because that teaching job really it's created many problems for me. Let me just put it that way. And since that time, I said no. Anytime I'm teaching now, you want me to teach you, you cannot even pay me. So the only thing I can do now is that I can organize classes and teach, and let me just teach from the place of abundance. You can't pay me for teaching; it's not possible. So, and I traveled to after leaving Osun State, I traveled back uh, to Lagos. I got to Lagos with 500 naira. 500 naira, okay. So, see, the bottom line is that you are going to, it is pain. Pain will make you succeed more than comfort. Many of you like this, you are comfortable. That's why you are not succeeding financially. You are living from a place of comfort. You need to be a little bit, you need to experience a little bit of discomfort so that you can become mighty comfortable. Getting what I'm talking about. I'm using my own real life experience to teach you. So after then, immediately I got to Lagos that day, I got 6,000 naira with me because I was hired to teach a set of students and I was paid 6,000 naira that day. So that was my momentum at that time. So some students wanted to run their final year projects, so they gave it to me and they paid me for it. So that was how I regained my financial strength. Okay. Got to a time, 2019, we did not end 2019 until I used to have money in my pocket for 2 weeks, 3 weeks that I never spent finish. Not to even talk of the money in my account. Okay. So what I'm saying there is that you need to create cash flow. It was cash flow and pain. If you have cash flow and there's no pain, there's no hunger, you mismanage the cash flow yourself. And you still end up broke and wretched. Get what I'm talking about? So we sell from a place of discomfort, not comfort. You teach a poor poverty will die or as in you teach them how money works. You beg them, you motivate them, you still motivate them to generate traffic, fill up their WhatsApp group. You still motivate them to sell for how long? Only a few people can do this for you. Okay. We have many issues we are battling with. Sometimes I will receive call, wallahi, all the narrative I will hear in the call. After the call, I will go and sleep. Wallahi, as in the kind of issue I'm attending to. So that's why sometimes when I go on Facebook and I see people just talking anyhow, I just go like, this one's a mumu. They don't even know what we're actually experiencing on the feed. What you are saying, you are using social media to judge. Hey, wallahi. Some calls, after the call, I will go and sleep. I wasn't the one facing the pain, oh. I wasn't the one in the problem and trouble. But you will be like, where can you start from? How can you help this person? After the call, I will go and sleep. Because the issue already causing my intellectual stress on me, mental stress. Sometimes I will drink water, just to help people, to bail some people out. Get what I'm talking about? There's no time. I've said it before and I've said it again. And I'll keep saying it. I don't have such kind of time again. Motivate yourself. Let poverty, let discomfort be enough a motivation for you. Let always imagine the sweetness of having more than enough in your pockets. From 2019, I started having money in my pocket that I cannot finish. Yes, wallahi azim, I'm telling you for free. Sometimes I'll check my pocket, money is still there, and I'll be like, so this money has not finished. The money in my pocket, I will not even know how much it is. So this money has not finished. Hey, I will not be like, this money, was it more than, how come? That's when I come to know that if you are living from a place of abundance, you see, If you are not in a situation whereby food is your problem, drink is your problem, shelter is your problem, why 50,000 naira will look at 500,000 naira to you. Because you don't need basic needs to cater for. Everything is there. So you'll be like, so this money has not finished. That has not finished. You know what I'm talking about. So that was how I gained financial freedom. Then I thought of, okay, man, I can bail some people out. Okay, I can bail some. I launched HIC Mentorship in 2021. So by prior to that, I started some business and financial training. It is from there I came to know Coach Basil Araji in I think early 2021 or late 2020. I think year 2020 December. Year 2020 December. The group is still here, SBC. She attended the first set of SBC. So so she attended SBC. Allah Akbar. So when she attended SBC late 2020, okay, after that I lost her contact. We couldn't meet again until she met me last year around HIC started September 4th. So she met me in a paid class. The class was organized by Rodo to Nesa. So around August, July, August, okay. So I was like, so as I was teaching, I was reading the comments on the class. Mashallah, so we connected again and she attended HIC. So when I heard from her, I said, no, man, no. The number one thing you will do is to quit that business. Profit. I did this. I paid money for shop. You paid money for shop. Quit it first. Let's create money. Let's create money first. Okay, what is the essence of starting a business money? There's no cash flow. Quit it. There's abundance of money on the internet. Let's fetch this money out. I can only do that in a mentorship. I don't do that for free. Okay, that was how we did it. If it happened to her, it can happen to you too. See, I said, you don't know what you don't know. That is why you're not moving forward. And some of you still come and argue with us. I have money in my account. Not just money. I have, hey, you don't have it and you're arguing with me. You're arguing with me. You're arguing with the coach of your coach. The mentor of your mentor. What's wrong with you? Do you think that people just agree that this person is a prof when it comes to business and finances? It is results. I work for results. I produce results. If you come into my mentorship and you want to end up with poverty, it is me that will remove you myself, not you. So I used to tell people before, HIC mentorship is not something you just come with mumu mindset. I will remove you. HIC 2022, I removed 4 people from my mentorship. Why? I have seen it in them that they love poverty. They cannot break free from it except Allah just decide to baptize them. They cannot break free from it. It is a generational curse for them. I remove them that die in your poverty and leave HIC for me. HIC is for people who are intentional about results and they are not distracted by the virtual reality on social media. Social media is a virtual reality. Somebody will just come, one mumu person that did not study business, not study marketing, will be telling you, you are not consistent. Consistent on what? Consistency on what? Somebody will go and read something randomly on Google and be teaching you. At the end, you say you did not get results. How will you get results? People share random things on social media. Social media is a dumb site. If you come and down, consider shade. And the scholars will say, "Majnun no ama hajaran fi birin alfa akirin ma'asoju." It's just like a madman throwing a stone in the river. A madman throws a stone in the river. 1,000 wise people cannot remove the stone from the river. You don't need random things on the internet. You need to learn directly from a source of knowledge. Remember, I saw a pure marketing knowledge, pure business knowledge, pure knowledge about money and finances. Remember, I saw from a pure source. That is how you can break free from lack of money. Because lack of money can cause unending depression and a urge to commit sins, disbelief, and social abomination. If you can hear me, I want you to type it. Lack of money causes what? Unending depression. And a urge to commit sins as well as social abomination. So, Sister Basira, let's hear from you again soon. So what I will advise you is that try your best to attend HIC 2024. Even if you are into real estate, I have students who are into real estate. You are a nursing mother, I have them there. If you are in education, you are a teacher, I have teachers, even in this current HIC. If you are a doctor, a nurse, a health practitioner, I have them in HIC, even currently. HIC is not for Nigerians only, I have Ghanaians. I have people who are not Nigerians in HIC mentorship. And it is cheap. It is cheaper than your university education. You can attend university for 4 years, 5 years, or 6 years and still end up broke and wretched. My mentorship is a mentorship that brings together what? Academicians and graduates. HIC 2022, that's the set of Abu Ayyan Yusuf. There was a lecturer among us. What are you talking about? We are sharing wisdom. See, it's wisdom, and it's not by age. Not by age. Not by, I don't care if you are a prof in any university. I don't care. You are a PhD holder. As long as you have money problem, I can teach you. I don't care if you have grandchildren and all. As long as you have money problem, I can bail you out. But you must be coachable. You must be ready to submit yourself to the place of closing and say, teach me, undo me, hold me by the hand, and bail me from this problem. I want to end this generational curse on myself. I don't want it to transcend to my children and grandchildren. If it comes to money, you consult me. I've slept with it. I know how to praise him. There's a way you praise money. That money itself will feel happy that, man, I love you. I'll come to you. I'll come more for you. Can you imagine how much has entered my account today? What are you talking about? God doesn't want us to just be putting shoulder. So it's not about somebody putting on coat and nothing tie. It's about the results. Okay. So some of you now, if you don't see us nothing tie, you say that, oh, fine, what did they know? I can bail you out. As long as it's a financial crisis, as long as it's a business problem, I can bail you out if you are coachable. I don't do this for free, actually, okay? I don't do this for free. You want me to coach you privately, you will need up to $1 million. I don't do private coaching. You attend HIC. Many of you, when you come for private coaching, you are coming from a place of laziness, from a place of you are not even ready for the change. You now have up to $1 million. I cannot coach you for free. I cannot coach you privately. Private mentorship is now for starters. So that is why I made HIC affordable for anybody who is hungry for success. I have a reason for crashing it from 100K to 46,000 naira. I have a reason for crashing it. Mashallah, 2 days ago, a sister reached out to me from Instagram. She said, "Man, I found you on Instagram." And she got WhatsApp status monetization course. Tonight, just before just at the Maghrib time, she paid for HIC 46,000 naira. Then I see that, oh man, this person has a dream to accomplish. You get what I'm talking about? That pain, poverty should be annoying you all the day. It's not, the annoyance should not make you transgress. The annoyance should make you want to exit your current status. No, who would end in a year in a second. Mo tún gbọ́dọ̀ gbére ìwọ 2024. Some of you, I'm into real estate. How much are you making in real estate? Are you making money? See, are we just doing business because of the title to say that you are into real estate, or you're actually making money? Come to HIC, will not only change your mind, it will change the size of your pocket. When you see money, you will run. But you have to be coachable. I don't have strength to be motivating anymore. 12 doesn't motivate, so I give instructions, and I want students who are ready to take them. Get what I'm talking about? This is the receipt. I was like, man, I dropped the receipt. Sister Basila, let's hear from you. Let's hear from you. So, now, Bismillah, let's hear from you again. Now, Bismillah, I've allowed you. Can you? Now, wow,
well done, sir. Yeah, last one or put baraka in your affairs, as in for all you do just to help us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala perfect all your concerns as well. Sisters, no matter the situation, I just want to tell you it is very possible for you to, overcome, except you are not ready. Since you are here, Allah has actually guided you to someone who is trustworthy and who also has your your success at heart, like more than you. Trust me about that. Trust me on that. Sorry. My personal assistant is here. All right. So except you are not ready and except you are not ready to put in effort. So the first thing is just for you to, you've been asking Allah for help, and I believe that one of the response to your dua is finding yourself here. So the next step is for you to take action, to to be responsible for what is on ground. The debt comes in various ways. For me, it was from my business, and it's already late. Don't let me bore you with different story. It was over half a million naira, and when I came to him, he was like, it is very possible, and alhamdulillah, he guided me through how to be. In fact, the major point is how to have financial management, how to be able to manage. Most of us, we don't have this financial discipline, financial literacy. Okay, so alhamdulillah, just from my first course after HIC, I was able to clear all my debt. That's just the fact. So I believe you can do it too, and you have to also believe that you can do it, and you have to trust the process, and you don't have to question the process. I must tell you, if you question the process, then you're on your own. No, you
That,
have to
that's
believe.
another problem. That's
You
that's
have you have to believe in the process, you have to trust the process, and you have to be patient, because some of us, after a month, after 2 months, we are like, oh, I've not, you have to be patient, you understand? And believe me, you be Nila, very soon success is near. You just have to follow the instruction and give feedback to the person that is guiding you. If you are not giving feedback, there's no way the help will be fully dished out. You understand? You have to be transparent, you have to be calm, and you have to be ready to be guided. Aha. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy. But say it's not possible, that's a lie. It's a lie we are telling ourselves. Inshallah, once you are ready to break free from it, just do it. Follow the person that Allah has guided and has given the wisdom, and do your part. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised us that He will never throw away our efforts. He will crown it with barakah for us. So let's trust Him, follow the process, and the sky is the starting point, inshallah.
now
Alhamdulillah.
jazakumullah khairan, jazakumullah khairan kasiran. I appreciate your contribution. So we just add directly from somebody who has passed through whatever you are experiencing now. There's no time to be telling you long stories. I'm sure if you give her time, she has a lot to tell you. Yes, she has a lot to tell you. I'm very, very sure of that. So, and she made mention of one thing. Well, I'm really, really very happy with that. And that is the issue of feedback. Feedback. Hey, some people think that when I'm mentoring them, I should be coming to their DM and say, what are you doing now? What's you keep messaging me. You give feedback. Yes, sometimes ago, I used to follow up students myself. I don't do that again. And the reason, most people, see, it's not easy to help people, because if you want to help, actually, if you are not doing it for the sake of Allah, people will make you hate generosity. Somebody coming to me and say, okay, my business is not profitable. People are not buying. I say, oh, okay, let's create, let me help you build your audience. And your audience, we are not going to build it through your business. We are going to aggregate data for you. Once we aggregate data for you, I'm sure audience will come. This audience, you can make an initial profit from them, then sell them your products. Wallahi, we did. Wallahi, we did. And wallahi, as in the person made 6 figures. Up till now, I did not hear feedback. I made money. I'm not going to collect money from you. When you heard that Sister Mansoura Oladejo made millions, did you hear that she has to pay compulsory 10% to me? I don't do that. But if you don't give feedback, I used to say something that if I mentor you, then you must realize something. There are money files. There are extra money files. All my students can get money files. But that extra money file is for students who go on an extra mile. No feedback. You now come back to me and say, you want to do it again, you want to repeat the process, you want to get better results, I should give you strategy. I don't do that. Oh. Prof no be mumu. If we are not talking, àgbà máa ń fọ̀rọ̀ síkùn ni. Àgbà ó máa ń fọ̀rọ̀ síkùn ni. We will not talk, but we observe. We will not complain, but we know what to do. We know the kind of decision to take. No, you will give feedback. You tell me your progress. You confide to me. Sorry, I'm going to manage. You confide in me. You will even ask me, sir, I've made so amount of money. Oh, I want to pay debts. At the same time, I need to cater for some basic need. How should I spend it? This is Sister Basira Raji. You will say, I will tell you that this is how you spend it. Because what is the essence of making the money and you cannot manage it yourself? I will not collect your money, but if I know how much you are able to realize, I can tell you how to spend it. I can tell you what to keep. Okay, you eat 550,000. Or you spend so amount of money. Keep this. You must not touch it. If you touch it, I will disown you. Or repeat the process. But most people don't give feedback. Oh, mama, batch your money. You that we are still trying to rescue from poor mindset, poverty mindset. You make some. You don't know that you mismanage it. When you now lapis it now, you now come back and say, Prof, I want to make more. No, I don't train students so that they keep solving their money problem. No, I train students who will permanently solve the money problem. And now, the next thing you will be doing is how to multiply your money. I don't teach people so that they can keep battling with money problem. No. For how long are we going to do that? That is why my mentorship is not for everybody. So open your mind now before you say, I want Prof to mentor me. If you are not qualified, you are not qualified though. Examine, evaluate yourself. Give yourself self-evaluation. So be sincere within yourself. If you are not sincere within yourself, I will feel it. There's a way I used to feel people's loyalty within me. This person is losing loyalty towards me. This person is keeping something away from me. I used to know. Only picking Agbama no yeni. Once you get to a stage where you mentor people, it is your one of your biggest power is observation. You observe. You have insights. You get what I'm talking about? So, giving feedback, very, very important. That by doing so, you play your role as a mentee. So when you give feedback, your mentor will also be able to play his role as a mentor. But when you don't give feedback, you're expecting him to be reaching out to you, calling you, and all that. No, it will not happen. No, I'm not one random online coach. I'm a mentor, and I play my role as a mentor. Okay, I don't run after my students. No, I still have more lives to rescue than to place somebody, to be running after somebody. You did not do this, did not do this. Once I have tried with that, anytime you are ready to move forward, you move forward. For some people, you try to rescue them, they will still fall into a hell. So, bottom line, let poverty provoke you. HIC is cheaper than anything you have done with your money. Your JAM registration and all that, HIC is cheaper than it. All the money you used to process your admission, HIC is cheaper than it. All the money you're spending in your school, HIC is cheaper than it. And school doesn't guarantee you any financial success. Do you like book like me? You probably don't. I'm a first class student. I'm a first class student. You probably don't. But my first class did not bail me from poverty. What bailed me was direction and clarity. Direction and clarity. I lacked clarity in my life. I had skills. After 27, I've bagged so many skills, but I lacked clarity and direction. I came to realize towards the end of 2018 that what? Clarity and direction are more important than speed and acceleration. You can be doing things with speed, going speed up. You have financial accidents. Eh? You just have financial accidents. But with clarity, with direction, with tenacity, you can beat somebody's journey. A journey somebody has been working for 9 years, can beat it in 9 months. What are you talking about? Hey, can I hear people say money is good? Can I hear people say money is good and poverty is evil? Lack of money causes unending depression and a urge to commit sins, disbelief, and what? Social abomination. I hope you get that. So also I'm used to seek refuge from debt and refuge from poverty. I said, why do you place poverty beside disbelief? He said, a poor man is close to committing disbelief. A poor man is close to what? Committing disbelief. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to ease everyone's affairs. Please, cash flow is your problem. And we don't end it on time. You can commit social abomination. You can commit sins. You can lose your sanity. You can lose your modesty. You can lose your moral. You can lose your moral. You can lose your righteousness. Allah save us from all evil. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to save us from all evil. Yes, prayers are good. Though. You need prayer to fight it. And you also need process to fight it. Prayer alone cannot fight poverty, but prayer is essential. Okay? Cannot fight poverty, cannot fight lack of money. But you need process to fight it. You also need principles to fight it. I used to say, so when I teach, people like process. They used to like process. When you teach them principle, they will reject it. And that is why they keep falling into the same hole. We work with principles. We follow process, we work with principles, and what? We pray so much as well. You know what I'm talking about? Principles. But poor people, they dislike principles. If you tell them that don't do this, contradict financial principles, they'll say, do you even know financial principles? Please go and do research. Go and do research. Financial principles. There are some principles. There are principles. You cannot fight principles. If you fight principles, you are fighting results. Get what I'm talking about? So pray. As much as you pray, work for process too. Learn process and swallow principles. You see that your life will change. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant you tawfiq, everyone in pain, everyone in distress, whether small or big, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to ease your burden, ease your affairs and answer your silent prayers. Extreme poverty, broken financial crisis, causing disputes between two lovers, between a husband and his wife, between parents and their children. It's not supposed to be so. It's a very, very disheartening event when you see it happen. What can we do? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to rescue every fallen home, every broken home. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rescue it. Let's also work towards rescuing ourselves and not allow this problem to transcend to our children. So please and please think more on everything I've said. Don't let it die in your stomach. Work towards breaking yourself free from your current financial condition. And the remember, life changes very quickly in a very positive way if you allow it to change. Yes, if you allow it to change, it will change. These days, change it among people. That is what Allah says. So Allah is telling us that no condition is permanent. The table turns. It can turn towards you and turn for better. That is if you work towards making it turn for better. If not, it will remain the same. Muhammad, please take care of yourself. Have a wonderful night. The replay, we'll drop the replay down, inshallah. We'll drop the replay.